There are shows with psychics.
And there are shows with doctors.
But there's no show like The Psychic and the Doc.
Your practical paranormal power unleashed.
This show synthesizes the talents of world-class medium Mark Anthony, the psychic lawyer, psychic explorer,
and street smart spiritualist, behavioral psychologist, Dr. Pat Baccili. All subjects are on the table and no topic is taboo. Inspiration, insight,
action, and fun as Mark Anthony connects callers with loved ones in spirit.
In tandem with Dr. Pat's fresh, no-nonsense, street-smart, intuitive insights. And she is hilarious.
Extraordinary problems
require extraordinary solutions, which may come from this side
or the other side. This is The Psychic
and the Doc. And it starts now.
Yo, everybody. What a great show we've got planned for you today. I don't know if you could see it. And thank you, Rocky, for that message. I got my table tennis thing on here. Let me just, hold on. See that there? Table tennis tournament, the Washington State Games for everybody, y'all out there. Every state has got this. And guess who is playing now? Really a lot and well and getting coaching. Guess. 3 guesses.
First 2 don't count.
Linda.
Really?
Linda.
All right, Linda.
Oh, my God. She is like a natural. It's just crazy to watch. But Mark, we got a really great show tonight.
Yeah,
There's a couple
do.
of things we want to talk about. And then I just want to say, and then I want you to take this away. The bottom line for us and Mark, and Rocky and Linda and Jessica, when we're not here, we're thinking about more ways to help y'all, right? That was my stepmom. She came through on that one. But here's what we're trying to say is today we're going to make an announcement of somebody that's running and healing running a healing circle. Jessica has the information, and I might even ask Jessica to come on and announce it because we're trying to bring people, in addition to Mark and me, right? People that you could like go to an event online and they're healing. And this is what we're doing to bring you more, right, Mark? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
Certainly. Well, I mean, in Dr. Pat, you do what you do as a psychologist and as a counselor. I do what I do as a medium, but there are some things that are outside of our sphere, and so we like to be a resource for people. That's why we always talk about 988, the suicide prevention hotline.
That's right.
And we're here to help you. And this is a really auspicious day today. It's a federal holiday. It's Juneteenth. And real quick background on Juneteenth. The Emancipation Proclamation, freeing all the slaves in the United States, was signed by Abraham Lincoln in 1863. Well, the war ended in April 1865, but it wasn't until June 19th, 1865, that a Union army under Major General Granger made it to Galveston, Texas, and he issued General Order 3, which said, "The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free." Dr. Pat, there were 250,000 slaves still enslaved because they weren't told about the Emancipation Proclamation. And that's why June 19th came into existence, because this is considered the Independence Day. I mean, 250,000 people were still enslaved. And I think it's important for us, when people say, Black History Month, White History Month, this is Pride Month, that month. Guess what? That's all American history. Blacks have been with us from the founding of this country. Gays have been with us since the dawn of time.
We can't even go back. Forget about that. That's not even like a date. For the LGBTQ community. When you go so far back in time, it was so It was a way of life. And then
Yeah.
we made it a stigma.
Well, and the thing is, Hispanic history, Native American history, indigenous, it's all American history. There isn't just one form. We're all in this together. And Juneteenth, I'm so honored that we are doing the show
Yeah, me
today
too.
because this is, and the subtitle of June 19th, our show is Freedom for Everybody.
It has to be. And this is interesting we're doing this because Jessica and I had a meeting on the calendar and apparently we're going to have to reschedule it. But we had a meeting on the calendar earlier this week with Reverend Dr. Jamie Washington. And if you want to hear about Reverend Dr. Jamie Washington, all y'all out there that work at these companies and you're looking for people, like all y'all Costco people that are still really honoring diversity, this is a man, Dr. Jamie Washington, Reverend Dr. Jamie Washington. His company is WashingtonConsultingGroup.net, and then he has another organization. But why am I bringing it up? Because we have hosts right now. They do beautiful shows on the multifaceted name of diversity. And we were speaking with the one or two of them the other day whose funding was like ripped off. Now, we don't hear about those things because these are people in the trenches and they're trying to help. But we have got to, as individuals, you got to look in your heart. See, Mark and I are doing this show, y'all, so you look in your heart. You have to look in your heart. And it's not an easy road. I'm not saying, I got to tell you, this has been a journey for me. Diversity has been a journey for me from being a very young kid. But the good news is I grew up in the projects. So I said, this is not even appropriate, but I really have to say it because it came up at my high school reunion. When you are like two of us, the only kids that look like this, and now I had dark hair. See, I color this. But when you look like this growing up and you're the only people and you're treated so wonderfully and nobody, you understand it's a love thing. It's a love thing. Mark, do you know what we're finding? Can I tell you?
Please.
Now, we are really a nanosecond away from our launch. But the energy that we've had, and especially you, Mark, the honor that you, Mark Anthony, everybody knows you as the afterlife, but they don't know you. You have been, on the years you've been doing this show, honoring people from every walk of life, and afterlife, if I might say.
Yeah.
But you come up with a topic and you speak out. And when you look at us, we look like the least likely people to be celebrating this day. But juxtapose this celebration, we're knocking down Martin Luther King statues. I mean, we have got to get back to the love. Now, here's what I want to say. This energy of this show sets the stage, and we're going to go right to the phone lines. We got a ton of people calling in. But there's a reason. We are attracting hosts that are unequivocally bold, brave. Nicole Pelham's show that she's getting ready to do is called Love and Lightning. And when you take a glimpse of what Nicole is going to bring to the table, I'm just so honored that you and I get to be in the arenas we're in. So what about today affects you most in your heart, Mark?
Wow, we could talk a long time on this, but Juneteenth, what really incenses me is that white people felt it, oh, well, we will grant rights to these other human beings because they don't look like us. Wow. So for thousands of years, there's been slavery. Okay. And if we go back to all of our roots, the Jews were slaves in Egypt. People from Africa have been slaves. People throughout Asia, white people have been taken in slavery. Slavery, unfortunately, has been part of the human race.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Juneteenth is coming out and saying no one race or people is superior to another.
Now I'm going to make a comment, and I don't know how you're going to feel about it. Y'all, come on, stop it with Caitlin Clark. Come on now, just, if it's love for everybody, just stop whatever y'all doing with Caitlin Clark. Because when that young woman decides I have had enough and walks away from the sport, try to fill the seats. Please, ladies, come on now, honor each other, play hard, win the games, but knocking people in the eyes and hitting them in the head, and come on now. You know, all of us that are athletes, we have done a few crazy things, I will say, in the sport, like sliding into home. We've really taken the people out. But we have got to learn to be better. That's what today's about for me. It's a reminder that
yes.
we can be better.
And Dr. Pat, I want to thank you personally, not only for founding Transformation Network and for having had me on the Dr. Pat show, but for coming up with the idea of this show. You and Rocky and Linda and me, we put it together, but it was you that pulled the switch. And it's been such an honor for these past, I guess we're going on 5 years now.
Yeah.
And not only is it an honor, but we've been honored. The Psychic and the Doc was just awarded Best Radio Show of the Year now 2 years in a row, 2024 and now 2025, in Best Holistic Life magazine. And the special award issue of Best Holistic Life came out on June 15th. Now, you can go to their website, bestholisticlife.com. If you go to my website, afterlifefrequency.com, you'll see the award issue. You can click there, and it'll take you to the link where you can get your copy of this. And
yeah, and hopefully, Jessica, we'll put it up on our site, Transformation
Yeah.
Network and Transformation Talk Radio. I wasn't sure we were allowed to announce it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
The edition came out June 15th, so we are allowed to talk about it. And it's been because we knew this was coming, and it's always awkward talking about, well, I got an award, we're gonna pat myself on the back. But the thing is, Dr. Pat and I, we do not get paid to do this show. We volunteer our time. Okay. We volunteer our time and our energy. And you know what? I've never heard Dr. Pat complain about it once. This is a labor of love. This is something that both of us enjoy doing. People, they can get private readings with me by visiting my site, afterlifefrequency.com.
And they can get coaching with me on Unstuckable. I mean, that's
right.
outside of the show.
Yeah. And, because people will say, well, you do mini readings on the show. It's like, yes. And Dr. Pat does mini counseling sessions on the show. But if you want us for an hour, okay, you got to go to that. But that's why we're here, because this is our way of giving back. This is our ministry. This is, to the world. So I want to thank you, Dr. Pat, not just
Mark.
from me, but from everybody. And it's really wonderful.
And and you got Jessica pushing all the right buttons here. And it does take a village for us to do this. And I'm very grateful for everyone. I really am. And we're going to do more shows like this because we have to remember and not make the mistakes we've made before. We have to remember. I come from a multiracial, multicultural family, and I just don't want to go back to seeing what happened to my family, my relatives. I just don't want to go back there. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we're going to go to the phones, do what we do. But we want to give you a message. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. Today, make sure you honor yourself. Yeah. Make sure you remember the truth of who you are and that gigantic heart you have, right? Let's go to a break, Jessica. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We have got Tanya from Florida. I can't wait to speak with Tanya. Tanya, are you there? Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, how can we help you tonight?
I wanted to see how my daughter is doing.
Okay, so obviously your daughter's in spirit. Let's see if she. Hey, Tanya, is
Yes.
your mother in spirit?
No, no.
Oh, hold on, hold on.
She has,
Wait, Tanya. Because I'm getting an older female connected to you through your mother's side of the family. This could be a grandmother or this could be an aunt. And I know you want to talk to your daughter, but spirits have
yes.
a way of coming through. So the older woman that I'm getting is, it feels to me that there was a lot of swelling in her legs and I can't feel my feet, which means to me that she was having a very difficult time walking and just walking prior to passing. And with her passing, this was not a quick event. I feel a lot of fluid buildup in her chest, and she knew that she was going to pass, and it took some time. Could be pneumonia, it could be congestive heart failure. Do you recognize this person?
Yeah, it could be my aunt. She passed of COVID. That was
Okay,
out of my
okay. Yeah,
yes,
is your aunt your mother's sister?
yes, she is my sister, my mom's sister. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's why I was thinking this could have been your mother because she's on that generational level. So she's the one stepping
Yeah.
forward, and she said she's fine, and now she's making way for a younger female, which I believe may be your daughter who's coming through now with her. The younger female, and first off, please accept my deepest sympathies and Dr. Pat's deepest sympathies on the
yeah.
passing of your daughter, because no mom should have to go through this. Okay, but I've
Yes.
got a really beautiful female energy coming through, and she cannot wait to talk to you. And it feels to me that her passing was pretty quick. I'm getting this when I get a sensation of impact to my head. That doesn't always mean head trauma. It could mean a quick passing. All right. So did your daughter, was her passing fairly quick or unexpected?
It was unexpected. It was at the hospital, and she had some complications stomach wise, and that's how she transcended.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
but it was unexpected.
Unexpected. Yeah, when I get an impact sensation to my head, that means unexpected or traumatically induced. All right, so she's here. And wow, yeah, she's talking about with her stomach, there was a lot of, wow, there could have been possibly a hernia involved, but I'm getting a lot of twisting of intestines or her stomach and a lot of internal bleeding. And what she's telling me is that, like with her stomach and the intestines that connect to the stomach, all of a sudden everything like started opening up and bleeding, and it was so complicated. There was nothing that could be done. It's like if you take a piece like a Kleenex and wet it, and it tears no matter what you do. This is what she's telling me was happening, and that makes sense to you?
Yes, I believe it was an obstruction that she needed to have it done, and they couldn't do it because they were not taking outpatient procedures because it was through COVID.
Right,
so right.
Well, see, and that makes that makes sense why your aunt who passed from COVID came in. So she passed from COVID, and the commonality, even though your daughter didn't necessarily die from COVID, it was during the COVID crisis. Yeah. Okay. So your daughter
send me the message. It was just to send me the message, right? To put it together.
Right, exactly. Very good. All right, Tanya, I want you to pat yourself on the back and give yourself a gold star. Okay, you're doing really good putting this together. And your daughter. Interesting. I'm seeing an image of Mary, the mother of Jesus. Now, I was raised in the Catholic faith, and I get a lot of images of saints. And it's not necessarily about the religion, it's about the symbology. But when I see Mary, the mother of Jesus, this could mean a variation on the name Mary, like Mary, Maria, Margaret, Marianne, like that. But it could also mean a significance to the month of May. Why? Because May is dedicated to Mary. All right. So what this could mean, Tanya, is a significant birth, death, anniversary, or event connected to you, to your daughter, your aunt, or someone very close to you within the month of May. Or it could also mean a name like Mary, Maria, Margaret, Marilyn, Marianne. Is there anything there that makes sense?
Yeah, two things. My daughter's birthday is in May, and
there we go.
And there is There is a mom of a friend that her name is Maria, and she came over like a few days after she passed. She was because she liked the rosary a lot. She was around with sending me messages already.
Yeah, and you know what? The
nice.
rosary. Yeah, and Mary, the Mother of Jesus, another trigger for the rosary. Wow, I could do the whole show just working with you. All right, let's get a message from your daughter. She goes, "Mom, I'm fine. Mom, I'm fine." And she goes, she likes it when you go for a drive. And it's interesting because she's talking about like you go for a drive, like a scenic drive. It's just sort of a fun drive.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Oh yes, I know that she's there with me, and I play music that she likes, and I blast it so because I know that she's there with me enjoying it.
Perfect.
And we live close to a whole bunch of cows, a lot of pasture. A whole bunch of cows in my area, so I like doing the scenery and enjoying the view. Yeah.
Very good.
And
So see, that's it. That's why she likes when you go for the drive, because you feel her with you.
Yeah.
And she is confirming that through me to you. What a beautiful message. So she wants you to know, like she said, Mom, I'm fine. Dr. Pat, what?
I tell you, I have really nothing to add because what you've just explained is three things from where I sit. One, I have to honor your energy and coming on a show after losing a child. You are inspiring so many people that are listening today. The second thing I want to say is the way that you're honoring your daughter and driving and honoring and playing the music, that is so important and it's so healing. She's with you all the time. You know what I mean? All the time.
Yes.
And
yes. And
go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, doctor.
No, please go ahead.
She always sends me songs. She always sends me music, and I have no doubt that it's her sending me those songs and that music. And she's telling me to enjoy life. She's telling me enjoy. I know it's hard because I miss her every moment of every day, but I know she's with me, and I keep her in my mind always. And I know she wants me to enjoy what I have here because she's helping me out.
I love this, and I want Jessica to pull what you just said so we can tell and share it with other people, because what you're doing is honoring the entire journey, the full cycle of life. And thank you so much for sharing your energy, your love. Thank you so much.
You.
Wow.
If I can add just one last thing, Tanya. I don't know if you're a member of Helping Parents Heal, but Helping Parents Heal is a wonderful organization. You are?
Yes,
are you
the day there's so many things that I can say. The day that I found Helping Parents Heal was about a month after she transcended. I didn't even know what I was looking for. The day that I found them on another talk radio that showed that it is what I found that day, she came to me in a vivid dream, and she told me the information that I have found, it has no price. It's priceless because it is humongous. That
beautiful.
Was the message.
All right. And for other parents who've lost children, go to helpingparentsheal.org. It's a beautiful organization. Dr. Pat and I have had some of the folks from Helping Parents Heal on the show, and I'm on the board of directors, and it is an organization, nonprofit, that's what it does. It helps parents heal. God bless you, Tanya. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, and I just want to make an announcement. In future shows, Jessica, I would like to have you and Nat and I get together to figure out how to play their banner throughout the show. That not only mentions them, but gives out that phone number. That would be such a great service we could do. Jessica, who do you have next? What a great call. Holy cow. I try not to cry.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go back to Jill from Denver. Jill, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jill. Welcome to the show. How can we help you?
Hi,
Jill.
Thank you.
Okay, Jill, how can we help you?
I was hoping to get a reading.
Okay. And anyone in particular you would like to hear from?
My son.
Okay, let's see. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
When I say, oh, wow, all of a sudden, boom, I get this male energy coming through like a lightning bolt. And so that indicates this young man was filled with energy. And with his passing, Wow, it seems like it was rather complex. And first off, please accept our deepest sympathies on the passing of your son. Also, when I start giving evidence on how people died, I know that I can sound clinical at times. I'm feeling this here, feeling that there, and I don't mean it in an unsympathetic manner. I'm just reporting on what the Spirit's communicating. But when I say complex, first off, I'm getting the impact sensation to my head, which indicates that this could be an abrupt or unexpected passing. And I'm getting a draining sensation as well. So it feels like there was a number of factors going on with his passing, and I'm getting this tingling sensation in my mouth, which could be medications, legal or otherwise. It could be neurological. Sometimes it's gunshot. When I get this tingling sensation. So does any of that make sense to you in any way?
Not the gunshot.
Well, I said it could be those things because different causes of death have a similar physical sensation.
Right.
All right, how did he pass? How did he pass?
Well, he had a GI virus and he aspirated.
There we go. Remember I said I get a draining sensation, okay, and he aspirated. Do you know if there was any neurological or seizures or convulsions with this?
No, but by the time we found him, he hadn't been oxygenating or ventilating adequately.
Okay.
I don't know, for hours, and then he had a cardiac arrest and he lived for 36 hours, but he was unresponsive.
Right. But what I'm saying is before you found him, that could be the seizures, the convulsions, because when people are gasping for breath, and obviously, you don't know that, and we may not ever be able to objectively verify that, but that's what he's giving to me. Also, like he said, his passing was very complicated. It felt the impact sensation. So in other words, the aspiration and the cardiac issues came on very suddenly, but this was a complex combination of events. And the draining sensation indicates medical involvement. I'm just explaining. Normally, when I do one-on-one readings, there's about a 15-minute orientation before I get into this. So anyway, we got him here. I don't want to say so anyway. He's like, come on, let's get to it. All right, this is interesting, Jill. He's holding up a blue ribbon like an award, and he's pinning it on your chest. Okay, so he's giving you some type of award. And this is not flippant, okay? When I don't just fling out blue ribbons hoping to get a hit. Now, maybe you like the color blue, maybe you won some type of award, or maybe he's congratulating you on something that you're doing. Does anything there, no matter how weird it is, resonate with you in any way?
I don't know. Maybe we've started a scholarship program at his high school for disadvantaged kids because Sam grew up relatively privileged, but he hated that. And maybe it's related to that.
Now, maybe you don't think your son in spirit giving you a blue ribbon award for starting up a scholarship fund for disadvantaged and disabled children doesn't deserve a blue ribbon from heaven? I'm kind of thinking it does.
Yeah.
Actually, an eagle came flying down to me in the middle of the city of Denver when I told his best friend about that. And was pretty striking. Sam coming to say that he was super happy about that.
So he's sending you all kinds of awards. I mean, eagles are very distinctive and majestic birds, and they have tremendous amount of symbolism. Native Americans believe that eagles are symbolic of the spiritual entity we equate with an angel. Okay, through me, he's giving you a blue ribbon for what you're doing. So that's what he's telling you is he not only approves of what you're doing, but he said you're doing this as an act of love, and it's love for him, but it's also your love for people, and it's this altruistic sensation. Now, He's making me see the color yellow, 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 beautiful waves of yellow. If I say yellow, what immediately, what does that evoke with you? Don't worry about how it applies to him. What does yellow symbolically, emotionally mean to you? You're thinking. You got to feel. Don't think. Feel.
Sunshine.
Right. And what does sunshine mean to you emotionally? Here, let me make it easy. Happiness. Okay, yeah, let's go with happiness. Now, in part of my explanation, when people overthink and hyperanalyze things, that's a form of what I call the no, no, no syndrome, and it creates a block. So if I say, what does yellow mean to you?
Yes,
Go
I've
with
read
what
that in
pops
your
in your
book.
mind. Yes, you did. Now,
Read that in your book.
you see how easy it is to
Actually read
fall
all your
into
books.
that. Yeah. And well, first
Yep.
off, thank you very much. And secondly, do you see how easy it is to fall into that? Because obviously you're an extremely intelligent and accomplished person. And in our day jobs, it's easy for us to overthink things. You know, I'm a lawyer, so I know all about overthinking things. All right. But in spirit communication, go with hits you first. So here's what he's telling you. Number one, he's super proud of you. Number two, he knows that you're doing this out of love. Number three, he's, giving you the award. And number four, he's so happy that you're doing this. Dr. Pat, what's your take?
So I want to say two things for you. Thank you for showing some joy. I don't even have words for you, but I want to commend you. And Mark just did it. If I could get up, I would go get my gold medal and I would give you digitally a version of that. Because, boy, I'm telling you tonight, Mark, I don't even know what to say. To do something so amazing, what you did, and honoring, do you know what it is? It's the legacy you're creating. You see, you have somebody that has passed, but you now have created a legacy in spirit and honor. And you know what?
Yeah.
When I come back tomorrow, Monday, with my gold medals from table tennis, I am going to have Jessica get your information. I'm going to mail you one of my gold medals.
Thank you.
You have got to remember who you are.
Yes.
Jessica, would you please get the address? Thank you so much for making my day.
And everybody,
I know you don't play table tennis, but it's a reminder for you.
for everybody, not just for the caller, but for everybody who wants to find out more about Dr. Pat's work, please go to her website, which is Unstuckable, UNSTUCKABLE.com. And you will be amazed and fascinated by the incredible work that Dr. Pat does. Go to unstuckable.com.
Thank you, Mark.
No, my pleasure. Jessica, who do we have next?
Absolutely. Let's go to give me 1 second. Sorry. I'm not the usual, so I got to push the right buttons.
You know what's funny?
You're one of the founding creators of the network.
I know. So, I got to brush off the dust.
But you know what's funny? It's like I'm in Florida. Dr. Pat's in the state of Washington. Jessica's not in the same building that Dr. Pat's in. And this is all being done over a network of satellites where we're piping people in. What could possibly go wrong?
I got you. Okay, so we're going to go to Priscilla from Arizona. Priscilla, welcome to the show.
Hi, Priscilla. How are you?
Hi.
Great to meet you.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. How can we help you? How you doing there in Arizona? I almost moved there. I didn't have the courage to move to Arizona. I didn't have the courage.
No, it is.
I was afraid it would change me too much.
Yeah.
How can we help you?
I was hoping to hear from my daughter. It's her birthday, and I would just really love to hear a message from her.
Okay. Hold on. If you didn't say it was her birthday, I would have gotten it, and I can't take credit because, when you blow out birthday candles and you smell that post-birthday candle smoke, I'm smelling that. But she keeps showing me the number numbers 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Now, this could indicate the 2nd of any month, the 6th of any month, the 2nd month, which is February, the 6th month, obviously it's June. So there could be 2, 6, 26, or it could also be the number 62, because numbers are always tricky. All right, so I don't know if there's any significance to a 2, a 6, a 26, or a 62. Does anything there ring a bell?
Yeah.
In what way?
Well, the 6th would be her birthday, and then 2 would be my father-in-law's birthday. 26, I'm not sure about 26.
Okay, no worries. And
that could be an 8.
now she's making me smell gasoline. Gasoline. Is there a problem with gasoline, running out of gas? It's a problem with the gas tank or fuel lines, but she is making me smell gasoline. All right, somebody's saying something in the background. Go ahead.
Yeah, my husband's here with me, and he says him and my son were just talking about transferring gas into a gas tank.
Okay, bada bing, bada gas tank. Now, this is your daughter's way of letting you know that she's around you. She's around her father and her brother. So they will bring up things to let you know, hey, I'm around. I know what's happening. And I always think that's really cool, and they do that. And now she's talking about Taurus, the Taurus time frame, which I believe we're exiting right now, which is May 20th through June 20th, give or take a day or so. And if your daughter's birthday is today, she's probably a Taurus. But is there something else with either the name Taurus or the time frame in the Taurus astrological time frame?
Oh, are you sure? Well, I believe my brother-in-law and my mom are Taurus.
Okay. Are they here on planet Earth?
Well, my mom is, but my brother-in-law, no.
There you go. So that, all right. Who had to have the paramedics called in when they were close to passing or when they were passing? And the reason I'm saying this is that your brother-in-law. Okay. So now he's here with her. Okay. And yeah. So and of course they know it's her birthday, and they said, you're funny, your brother-in-law, he was quite a character. He said, would you please stop being so blanking depressed? Be happy. We are in the light. And that's you can put the blanking, and it starts with the letter F as the adjective. This is a G-rated show, so we try to be. But he and your daughter are there, and they are just delighted that you're making contact. And she not only loves you, but she's putting her arms around her daddy and kissing him on the right cheek. And she wants him to know that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and she's leaving you with a lily. A lily. Now, Lily can be a name like Lily, Lillian, or something close to that. Could be a significance to the lily. Lilies oftentimes are a trigger for the Aries time frame, which is March 20th through April 20th, give or take a day or so on either end. Anything with lilies or Aries?
I'm not too sure.
Is Easter a big deal with your family or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, Easter... go ahead.
I usually host it, and she always loved Easter, too.
And there you go. See, Easter always falls within Aries, and I won't go into why, but it does. It's a lunar-based thing. Dr. Pat, what do you got?
I want to say, what's your husband's name? Because he's listening, right? So I don't want to say anything bad about him. His name is Tim.
Yes.
Hi, Tim. I want to thank you both, and I want to thank. That's why I asked about Tim. When we have that kind of support, when a couple has that kind of support, right? It's so special. You understand the language when I say when two or more are gathered, right? And to have a loving husband and to have Tim with you and take this journey and listen to Mark and me, I need to send Tim something too. But here's what I want to say. It is your love together that creates an ongoing energy that you can't even find words for. And I want to commend you both for doing that. So thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, guys.
God bless you guys.
Yes, thank you both. I just think I'm just going to keep crying. I think I'm just one of these days, I think, Mark. Who do we have next, Jessica?
Yes, let's go to Noreen from St. Louis. Noreen, welcome to the show.
Hi, Noreen.
Thank you.
How you doing, Noreen? How can we help you?
I'm good. Thank you. I just discovered Mark Anthony's books and just really thrilled with learning about all this. And I was just wondering about some kind of reading from my mom or my dad.
Okay, let's see what we got, Noreen.
Yes.
Was your dad okay? I'm getting a male energy coming through, and I'm getting the sense of a lot of illness, physical pain, discomfort prior to passing. Does that make any sense?
I'm not sure. Should I tell you what happened?
Well, here's what I'm getting. And this is going to sound really weird. Okay. I get certain images that spirits pull out of my brain, and the male energy stepping forward. I'm hearing from the Disney animated Pinocchio, I got no strings to hold me down, to make me laugh, to make me frown. All right. And the strings are representative of illnesses, could be physical or mental, that were causing some form of pain, discomfort, could be psychological or physical. And it's all done now. Okay. He's over that. And he's jumping around, he's real happy, and he's projecting to me an image of the Archangel Michael. So that could be something about angels, somebody that likes angels, images of angels. Could be a name that starts with A-N, like Anthony or Andrew or Angela or Angela. Could also be Michael, because Archangel Michael. I know that's a lot, but does any of that resonate with you?
I think so. My dad had alcoholism, and also with that, some mental illness. And
there you go. Those are the strings.
Exactly. And he and I had a hard time because of all that. And I have since forgiven him of all of that. And I understand, why he was the way he was, but I wasn't like that when he was alive.
Oh, so he's totally cool with all that now, and that's why he's coming through. Mom's popping in, and I know earlier in a reading I got a reference to Mary, the mother of Jesus, but I'm hearing Salve, Salve, Salve Regina, which is a very Catholic song, but that definitely is somebody with the name like Mary, Maria, Margaret, Marilyn, Marian. Could also be a significance to the month of May, or veneration of Mary, the mother of Jesus. And it's funny because I'll be doing a reading and for Jewish folks, and they'll go, well, we're Jewish. And it's like, well, so was Mary, the mother of Jesus. Okay. so anything there makes sense.
I'm not feeling anything other than my dad did have a Catholic sister. I mean, she was his sister. She was also a nun.
Well, is she in spirit?
Well, yes.
Well, then guess who's with your dad? Okay, because look, I don't break out into Catholic songs, just for the heck of it. So we're getting that. So we got your dad, we got your aunt, and we got your mom. And it's funny about your mom is she says, you really need to eat more oatmeal. What is going on with you? An oatmeal, cholesterol, or you need more fiber?
I don't know. My cholesterol is a little high. And so was hers.
So let's go back. I don't know, or let's take the I don't know out of that sentence. And my cholesterol is a little high. And your mom, coming all the way from heaven, is telling you to eat oatmeal. So what are you going to start incorporating into your diet? Before we answer that, I'll let Dr. Pat chime in.
And yes, this is what I want to say. First of all, let me commend you on being so flexible with us and so open with us, because you know, we know for all of the right reasons this is hard for you. I mean, you've heard us say a million times, losing someone. Both of us have been through that road. But you see, you showed up here, you've read Mark's book, and you're open. And so you got a message. But the cholesterol thing, I got to say something. So when you say a little bit, like a little, like, okay, like, did you, like a little, like you just push the needle over, or a little because you don't really want to say on air? And you don't have to answer it, just know what your real answer is, right? Look, you're laughing. You know I got you, right? I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I want to say, because I just went through this myself. You got to do something about it. When somebody from that is crossed over comes, or whatever you want, comes on the show and says, hello, cholesterol. Now tell me what you're going to do to fix that.
Well, let me tell you something really, really quick. So my mom did have high blood pressure. I'm being treated, not high cholesterol, and I'm being treated for that. She had strokes, vascular strokes, which were probably caused from cholesterol and, gumming up the works. But she also got dementia because of the strokes. And that's the thing that was so very hard for all of us.
It's hard. That is one of the hardest things. It really is. So now answer my question, because we only have like 60 seconds left. You thought I was going to forget the question, didn't you? You did. Okay. I know you did.
She never does.
I want you to think about doing something, not a month from now, but I want you to really look at this in a loving way. See, this is you can take care of this. You really can. Yeah. And some people do medication and some don't, but you're already being treated for it, correct?
Correct. And I also take a really super duper fish oil, the real oil. And,
okay, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I can't say this, but I can tell you what I take if you'd like to know.
Okay.
MCT oil. And it's so counterintuitive. And again, don't do anything without talking to your doctor. Does your doctor know you're taking that fish oil?
Oh, yeah. He's the one that put me on it. Yeah.
Okay. Is it Alaskan cold water fish oil?
It is.
Oh, she's got it right there. I love this.
Yeah. A prepared caller. Loving this.
Yeah, tell me that it's Alaska cold water some kind of good fish oil, unprocessed good fish oil.
Contains fish, anchovy, sardine, mackerel, and it's I don't know what else to say here. It's 1,600 milligrams omega-3. Yeah,
it sounds good. But I really want you to do more research on that and get yourself some really good concentrated cold water, like mackerel. What is mackerel? Hello. I love mackerel. Nobody does. I use mackerel to go fishing. But I want you to get the Alaska fish oil. I say Alaska because it's a cold water fish. What I'm trying to say, there are products out there that are organic. They're not processed. They protect you from fillers. Why am I saying that? Because sometimes we take these things and it doesn't work. I happen to go to Mary Jane Mack, and she gives me the top of the line supplements for everything. And I just want you to do that. See, this is coming through so that I could tell you about fish oil, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's my job tonight. So please spend more time and look into it. They're really high grade fish oils, okay? May cost you a few more bucks, but you're worth it.
Yeah, well, this says Norwegian fish oil and anchovy, sardine, and mackerel.
Just make sure it all comes from Norway. That just Google the company. Google it. Google. Google it.
It does say Norwegian, so that's
I
good.
know,
But I will.
and
I will.
I know, but I love my Norwegian stuff. You know what? A Norwegian man took me in when I was a crazy kid, Linda's dad. So I have a great affinity for anything Norwegian. But please read the labels and double check their rating. That's all. You may have the top of the line. I just want you to do that, okay?
I will.
And can I give you another
you.
secret? Eat fish.
Yes.
And oatmeal.
hate
Mom
it. I
came
hate-
all the
I
way
hate-
from heaven.
Oh my God, I hate oatmeal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please call us back. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for reminding me about that cholesterol thing.
And everybody else that's on the line, we will be back next week, the psychic and the doc. So we're welcoming everyone back. Go to unstuckable.com to find out about Dr. Pat and her work. And please visit afterlifefrequency.com. I invite all of you to sign up for my newsletter. And next week, I've got a free conference, the Goddess Evolution Conference, where I'm talking about the scientific basis and the healing power of spirit communication. It will not be boring, I promise.
No. Signing off, everybody. 10-4, good buddies. See you next week.
Hey, everybody, thank you for tuning into The Psychic and the Doc with Mark Anthony and me, Dr. Pat Baccili, right here on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Hey, look, come back next week so we can explore with you more of life's many challenges and learn from fascinating guests. And you know what? Even Mark and me. We'll connect you and discover insights from people in this life and from the afterlife. Extraordinary problems? Yeah, they do. They require extraordinary solutions. But step into the world of possibilities with us on The Psychic and the Doc. That's every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TransformationTalkRadio.com. That's TransformationTalkRadio.com. And don't forget, we're also live face-to-face on Facebook.com, Transformation Talk Radio.